Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Your Gun Doctor here. The Raal LMG has finally dropped. Heads up, it's not completely broken. No, they did not botch it this time. The Raal LMG that used to be there as ground loot now can be played if you do 5 kills with LMG in 7 different matches. You can leave straight away, and then you do have a new LMG that definitely has a contender to the LMG throne. But most importantly, this LMG has an absolute insane ADS movement build that can also be played as sniper support. Still, LMG as sniper support is not one of the wisest ideas ever, but it is most certainly possible. Let's look at recoil, damage, gameplay, everything. The Raal LMG is definitely super fun to play. Timestamps are in the description below. Jump where you would like to be entertained. Let's first look at the numbers, why the gun is actually so good. So you have a 542 milliseconds time to kill. That's kind of up like with the normal time to kills of the other guns. So you have 559, you have 547, you have 560, 584. But the most important part is that the gun is extremely forgiving. You can hit 1 headshot on the first damage fall off, 2 chest shots, and 3 tummy shots. That's good. That's a 6 shot to kill for 542 milliseconds, plus minus open bolt delay. Then for the second damage fall off, 54 meter headshot damage still, 2 headshots, 2 chest shots, and 2 tummy shots for 542 milliseconds time to kill. 2, which is very good. I mean, you can get this 6 shot to kill by only getting 2 headshots. And then the good thing is you can really hit the arm and leg shots, and that's extremely nice. So the gun is super forgiving, and you don't get punished really for hitting arms and legs. That being said, if you're shooting this on long range, you will want to mount this gun 100%, or you're not going to be a pinpoint precision beamer. That already set up front, but you'll see that in the recoil pattern. Now, if we're looking at the gun already has a very cool attachment. That's the FFS oblique grip. The oblique grip gives you a bonus in ADS time, which is insane. So it's kind of like a must put on. Just ignore everything else. Just put on the oblique grip. Then you do have a monolithic suppressor, but it's called actually the Raal monocore, which gives you sound suppression and damage range. It does essentially what the monolithic suppressor does. On the barrels, we have the longest barrel, the 32-inch, with damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Obviously, the biggest minus on aim down sight speed and movement speed. You have the Raal arc forge, which gives you some damage range and bullet velocity, and then you have the trifle light, which gives you minus bullet velocity, but also a huge chunk of aim down sight speed. Very interesting, which you can pair with a 50 round mag on aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, and reload quickness. Still being a 6-second reload then. As a side, we're going to try the VLK optic and the Canted hybrid, because both of them do very good on the base recoil that you can see here. Thank you, Exclusive Ace, for actually whipping that up super early. The base recoil should be able to get easily countered with the attachments, and we'll see in the recoil part how easy that is. So VLK optic ones, and then the Canted hybrid, because the Canted hybrid makes every recoil straighter, takes care of the left and right wibble wobble, but introduces also a little bit more visual recoil, and that can especially be tremendous if you're playing on below 115 field of view. From the stocks, we do have a folded stock, which is really good for movement speed and aim down sight speed. So again, looking for some kind of sniper support build. But last but not least, as always, the tac laser is probably what you're going to put on for just some easy, more ADS time. You do not need the 150 round back. You have a 100 round belt, so you're good. Technically, you could be playing the rubberized grip tape, but that's usually like 4% bonus recoil control. And I don't think that that's going to do a difference. Rather have some little bit more ADS speed. So that is going to be the long range build. But we've been also thinking about a sniper support build with the trifold. Then obviously the bonus mag with the oblique grip for aim down sight speed, but it also gives you minus movement speed, so you might think about putting the oblique grip actually off. We could play the folded stock, but the folded stock also makes a huge amount of recoil control increase, and that's kind of like we're gonna see if that works. If that doesn't work, I think the optional build would be something around the line of tag laser, maybe put this off. Depending on how the iron sight is and how the iron sight works, we might actually have then to go for GI mini reflex or for PBX7 hollow sight. So something along these lines could be a thing if not the folded stock is working. Now let's check out the recoil. We have 2 builds we're going to test today. Obviously, the one with the Canted hybrid, because we know the Canted hybrid takes care of left and right wibble wobble more than the VLK optic does, but the Canted hybrid often also has more visual recoil. Both are kind of built on medium ADS time with the ADS time grip, but we play obviously the monolithic suppressor and longest barrel. What do we have to expect now on 23 meters out of the recoil? As you can see, there is visual, but apart from the visual, non-existent recoil. I mean, this is like self-explanatory. You just shoot and you have the wibble wobble in the scope, but that's about it. There's no actual recoil happening. So you're going up, you have a little bit of left and right, not much you can do about that. We could put on a monolithic suppress. We could put on a muzzle brake to take care of this, but it wouldn't really make it much better. So this on range just would get a little bit worse. You would just see more left and right wibble wobble with the Canted hybrid. That being said, though, it seems easy to control. But again, you do have the visual recoil, and we all know how much visual recoil people hate. Now, with the VLK optic over the Canted hybrid, the visual recoil is definitely less. And the gun still beams straight, but it follows a little bit more a wave pattern. So with the Canted hybrid, safe call, the gun is straighter than without. But the VLK optic is probably for many easier to shoot because the Taka is a little bit more in line. Generally, it's not hard to keep on point, but I will see the problem that when you're shooting it on huge distances, when you're trying to track something down on like 200 meters and you're not mounted, it's definitely not going to feel like other guns. Like you see the problem here a little bit when you're really shooting it on the big distance and you're trying to just hit the radar dish. It's not a pinpoint precision beamer. It's definitely not a pinpoint precision beamer. You're not getting like a super head glitch on point like you have with the C58 or so on. But you know what? Up on a long range, and then possibly if you can actually mount it, you're good to go. So on long range, you really want to mount the Raal LMG. On everything up to 100 meters, I think you can just shoot it like this straight away. Now, after looking at the long range beamers, the Raal LMG actually has a lot of attachments that allow it to be built on ADS time and movement speed. I mean, look at this. Does this feel like an LMG to you? Does this feel like an LMG to you? Not really, right? Could be worse. I mean, comparing that to the pistol, obviously the pistol is plenty faster, but still the Raal LMG just do the job. This would be a sniper support build right now. The ADS time is instantaneous. The time to kill is good. We talked about it. But how is the recoil now? What will we have to expect? Can we actually play it with a no stock, or do we have to swap the no stock for tactical laser? Oh, holy Jesus Christ. I mean, there's not really recoil in there, and obviously the problem will be in quads and so on the reload speed. I mean, it takes roughly 6 seconds to reload, 5 to 6 seconds, so we're good here. Recoil wise, it doesn't have recoil. And the funny part is that the no stock adds a significant portion of recoil. So I think if we would take the no stock off for attack laser, then it wouldn't feel so weird in the scope anymore, because right now this is not how you would like to shoot, right? I guess it could be possible as a sniper support if we would take the no stock off and we put the attack laser on. We'll definitely be giving that a real gameplay test too. Okay, after looking at the recoil part, I would say that the original version that we plan to do with the folded stock over the side, seeing now the side does not really do the trick here. So we'll have to sacrifice the movement speed here and the huge chunk of ADS speed. Might be that we do have to use the side, because I don't see how you could not use the side with this wibble wobble of an ADS. With this wibble wobble of an iron side, and then probably the tag laser to avoid the movement speed minus from the oblique grip. The tag laser gives us also a huge chunk, so we should be fine off here. Potentially, you could put off the monocle and put on the oblique anyways, so that you're not getting any ADS time minus from this, because you technically don't need to be suppressed. But realistically, most of you are going to put that on, so I think that would probably be the sniper support build. And then on long range, we'll be stuck with the standard one, but really do not forget to actually mount this gun, because if you're not mounting this gun, you're donezo. You're done for. You're not going to be hitting a single shot. You're going to be very sad. On the long ranges, 100 meters and below, you're going to be able to whoop it out and beam like this. I think it's going to be a very fun gun. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Bruin, just from a general handling, and I think you're going to have a lot of good times with it, and it's super easy to unlock, let's be fair. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about the Raal LMG? Did they botch it? Did they make something completely useless again? Or can this gun actually have a space in the gun range? I think it is super fun. I've been playing it now a little bit in multiplayer. I've been now playing a little bit in Plunder, and I gotta say, this definitely vibes hard. You'll see gameplay videos coming left and right with this gun. We're gonna be dropping, obviously, the long range, the best scope, and you're gonna see a sniper support version of the Raal LMG to then see if we have really some cool things coming up here, because this is all theoretical. We tested it all, we beamed a little bit with it, but you have to test it under real gameplay feelings. You have to test it then also on Rebirth Island, see how that works too, to then really give you the best vibes with the new gun. But drop in the description below, in the comments below, what you think is the best build, what you're playing for the build. Are you going to try it out sniper support or not? I do really like the Raal LMG, and I think they did a good job. But again, I have to say something. Oh, did your season 5 not have enough content, so we have to bring out random weapons? Yes, that's exactly what it is. If they actually brought that out to the beginning of Season 5, I would have been extremely happy, because it's like, wow, Season 5 has so much content. But now it's like, oh, wow, Season 5 failed. We need to bring out more content. Suckers. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to find your way back for more. We broke the 100K special coming soon. We'll be trying to get it done by the next week, because on the weekend, my wife is going out with the kids, and I can really completely restructure the studio, so that's going to be fantastic. Until then, have a great time. Next video, Raal LMG tomorrow too. Thanks for watching. See you.